Hey, what's up, Black Men in Suits fam? Today I want to talk about, man, why are we on these platforms, on these podcasts, and we don't know how to articulate ourselves? Articulation is key to proper delivery, man. Man, let's get into it, oops. Alright. I know y'all been seeing a lot of viral posts and podcasts recent days or so. So this is one of those topics that is short and it's simple. But of course, when you dissect anything in particular, it would take time. But this one is very short and simple. Articulation. Some brothers just be saying some out the wall dumb shit. Point blank simple. That comes from, a lack of certain upbringing. And that is what it is. But then there are some brothers out there that seemingly to have a head on some kind of pivotal to a degree. But overall, everyone's articulation is so fucked up nowadays that it's terrible. Man, I don't know how y'all even look at yourselves the next day. Y'all get invited to these podcasts, get invited to these interviews, get invited to these networks. Some of them paying y'all because some of them sponsoring you to be there. Let's keep that 100. And you get on there and you say some of the most dumbest, ignorant shit possible. And you sit there and you proclaim to represent a certain particular type of mankind. Man, we got to do better with our articulation, brothers. We got to do better, man. Like, there are a lot of brothers out there that you just can't help because they're a product of their own environment. But I'm speaking to those brothers out there that you don't have proper delivery. Like you have a perception of a particular ideology that you have, and you try not to be condescending, but you just don't know how to deliver your thorough process, what you really think internally. And like I said, there are some brothers out there that you just can't help. They're a product of their environment, they're a product of their upbringing, they're a product of what was going on in the household. And only thing that can change them and put them in a different path of a certain mentality would be themselves and God alone, right? And their maker. But for a lot of you brothers out there, man, that if you got a good head on your shoulders, that you feel you got a good head on your on your shoulder, and you kind of like, I don't know how to articulate my thoughts thoroughly. Look, I don't think there's one rule that fits all, but here's what you can do, right? First and foremost, despite anything else, despite any kind of literature knowledge, man, get in tune with who you are. Get in tune with who you are 1000%. Like the things you love, the things you like, and what you love. Know how to separate the two. Know how to separate things you love versus things you like. You know, because things you love, these are things you want to do consistently. Things you like are things, you know, it's just things you like. They sometime basis. But get in tune with that within yourself. You know, whatever it is. But understand that if it's something that comes nefariously, it comes with a price. Moving past that, learn vocal variety, right? Meaning, man, pick up a goddamn book sometime. Pick up a dictionary. Pick up, you know, and here's how simple that is, right? Let's just say you're thinking of a subject or a statement in your mind, right? Write that statement down. Man, put that shit in Google and ask Google or ask AI to give you a vocal variety of this statement. Man, look, learn to exercise variety of wording, right? Because that's powerful. That's a powerful tool when it comes to articulation. Because when you're able to articulate your thoughts, man, you're able to deliver a message more clearly, professionally, right? Without hurting anybody's feelings or without making somebody else feel some kind of way. And efficiently, right? To where now the person on the other end, they have no choice but to understand where you're coming from 1000%, right? And not understanding you halfway. Well, I heard what he said. I kind of get it. No, man. When you learn how to properly articulate yourself, it's going to enhance your delivery. You know? And so a lot of that, in my opinion, comes from you really learning yourself, learning who you are. Right? And representing that 100%. So like, if you're truly a nerd, if you truly a person that loves science and you truly love research and development, man, own it, hone it. You know, if you a person with 1,000 tattoos, but you really a nerd at heart, man, own it. Yo, you can love to have tattoos, but also love to, you know, be into spirituality, to be into technology, to be into energy, to be into economics, all that kind of stuff, right? There's nothing wrong with you being your authentic self. Anything that doesn't require you hurting somebody else, right? So learn to embrace that about yourself and who you are. But most importantly, where I'm getting to the meat of this comes from me watching a lot of podcasts. And there was a lot of grown ass men saying the most dumbest shit ever. And I'm like, there's a part of me to where I'm like, okay, I can listen to what you're saying and understand the mindset of that particular position in your life. But god damn, when you go to stand saying shit that's just plain out ignorant, man, you need to really sit back and take a hard look at yourself and really focus on learning who you are and learning how to properly deliver, you know, yourself to the public. Man, you're gonna need a lot of discipline, listening skills, because you gotta, you know, one of the biggest things that helped me with delivery was, man, just being open to listen to anything and everything. It can take you down a dark path sometimes, but just being able to listen, sit back, absorb, and then be able to, you know, recollect that in your mental, and then decipher, you know, some different things. You got to expand your you have to expand your environment, expand your skills, expand, you know, what you're used to, all those kind of things. You know, I encourage people to kind of, man, dive yourself into different content from time to time again. You know, if you're always immersed into, because here's my opinion, I think everyone has a niche. Everyone has something that they are absolutely interested in, but the world around them will keep them from really digesting that or investing time into it as much as they can. But like I said, anything outside of something that's detrimental to another human being, meaning that it may harm another human being, you know, and not just sports, and not just sports, but that's one thing that can help you with articulation. You know, meaning if you truly learn what learn the reality of stats, learn where they come from, you know, like just what the production value is, woo from the rooter to the tutor, just learning those kind of dynamics can help you be more articulate. But last but not least, I tell you this. Research. Randomly research something. Let's just say you have an idea or a thought about something. No matter what that thought is, right? Write that thought down. Go back and research it. So let's say if you have a uneducated thought about culture, of a certain culture, spend some time researching that culture. Now, I use culture as an example, but this could be other things. It don't have to just be that. Spend some time researching those things and learn some truth. Learn some truth. So that if you're ever presented or you're ever in a position to where, or shall I say, in today's society, a lot of us, we're position ourselves to be in these particular public platforms and these public spaces, man. Look, stop getting on these motherfucking platforms and stop getting on these folks airways and TV waves and sound waves and saying dumb shit. Hey, now that's my point about articulation. Now I'm about to dive into some Uncut truth about some other stuff, so stay tuned to your next episode of Black Men Suits Urban Nation, the Uncut Truth. All right. Hey, y'all stay tuned to the next episode of Black Men in Suits Survey Nation, the Uncut Truth. When I start talking some shit, you heard?
Hey, you find a nigga dope, it's me, I bet that nigga snorting. I been the flyest nigga in school, dog, since kindergarten. Baking soda, Tupperware. When you trapping, ain't no pension for it. They don't win that kids. Make it stretch out like extension cords. Yeah, my OG was the brick man like Kenyon Martin. These rap niggas be acting funny, Chappelle and Martin. Yeah, I keep a rocket on me like James Harden. How the fuck y'all conduct business when you don't know the margins? Yeah, I don't feel like bragging, I'ma put it. I hope you know this chain come with bullets. I hope you know that. Yeah, I'm big as